Here we go. Dave here, how are you? I'm going to do the 2018 shop tour slightly differently to how I normally do it. I'm going to use my little action cam and walk around the shop with this rather than have cameras set up. All right, starting off, we have the door, and last time the tour started at the linisher and went clockwise around the workshop. This time, 2018, going to start at the door and we're going to go counterclockwise. In the corner here to start, we've got all of the clamps hanging and also a broom in between them. That's a handy spot. You know, I've been looking around, why hang a broom from the head? Go from the handle, it's easier. In the corner there also, I've got the mat board. Now, my mat board I use for cutting a whole heap of things. One of the things I use it for was for cutting these tiles. It's amazing how often you use it for felt, anything. There's a whole heap of things that I use that for. I've got it up there because if you lean it against a wall, it will roll over and, you know, it ends up being ugly. You can't use it properly. So there, it's hanging quite well. Next to it, we've got the air conditioner and Arthur's, a little kind of a shrine to Arthur. You know, it's showing a bit of respect. He's my great-grandfather, and also this is his bench and also his toolbox in the corner there. And I'll show you some photos, but I'll tell you what, how about instead of showing you some photos, we crack it open. Have a look. Okay, so down in there, planes, even a book that he had that was fantastic. The sliding tills, chisels, some things there, some letters that my mother has written to me to explain a little bit about it, the character of Arthur as well. One of the things I have done is I've changed all of the lighting to LED lighting instead of fluorescent. And it's very easy to work by, I've got to tell you. The other thing that I changed, I've put these crash mats right the way through the workshop now. The reason being, I don't slip on them. The plywood, when it gets a bit of sawdust on it, becomes very slippery. So these are fantastic. Also very forgiving. If I drop something on them, it'll save the tool, it'll stuff the mat, but the mats aren't expensive, so I just pull one up and replace it. On the wall here, these are all accessories for the Stanton bench, and that's the Stanton bench down here, which I use a lot. It's handy, it's got the dog holes. I haven't got to put dog holes through all of these benches here. These benches are still clean, no dog holes. You know, I love it. Plans if you want them, I have plans for them. In the corner as well, we've got the roll around cart for when I'm taking these things out to site. Now, I'm not on the tools a lot these days, but I do get out of here now and then, and I have to work outside the workshop. The Stanton bench and those carts and these things here make it a whole lot easier. Dust extraction in the corner. It's working so well. I love it. Works very, very well. I should really put a Perspex window in it, and that's what this is for. Another project happening. I've moved a few things around. This used to have a whole lot of my dust hose that was left over. I've moved that into a box upstairs in the office. It's out of the way. So now the Craig Foreman lives there, and it goes straight into here whenever I need it. This pops out. This holds my trim router, so I've got another little trim router set up on the bench here. So I can pop that out, drop the Craig Foreman in there, and away I go. Compressed air. I've got dust lines hooked up to it now. Beautiful. More along the bottom there. I've cleaned all of this out because it was just junk in there. Now on this side, I haven't cleaned it out. There's a whole lot of junk in there. Then along the wall here we have magazines, machines, oils, finishes, glues, lights, safety gear. This is where the Capex lives, but the Capex is not in the workshop at the moment. It is out there in the garage, having to live on the DeWalt stand, and it does it very well. All right, down this side as well, we've got all of these, we've got drawers everywhere. So you can see all that kind of stuff. You really don't want to go and have a look through all the drawers. More Festool gear. Drill press. My drill press is now moved over here. It was down the end, way down the end there, but now I've brought the drill press up here. Now the reason being, I can put a couple of packing pieces on this bench, and I've got continual support all the way up that side. So this is very handy. The drill press used to live in the bench here. See that cutout there? That was for the drill press to live in, and it just wasn't really doing it for me. You know, a nice idea, one of those ones that just didn't work. Now my timber, my exotic timbers are all in the corner here. All of this gear up here you've seen before, and the Powermatic Bandsaw now is living here. And again, if I want to do anything with it that's larger than what I can do there, I just pull up a couple of these mats. The mats just interlock. I pull them up and I can wheel the bandsaw around to anywhere. The same goes for the jointer and for the thickness planer. I can move those back out into the garage if I need to, and then I've got all of this distance. I can go from out here right the way through. So if it's wet, it's not a problem. I can still keep working with it. Long lengths, not a problem. What else we got down here? The docking station for sheet goods. Now this is something I made years ago, and I'm very happy with it, and still gets used an awful lot. Trimmed it up. The track saw runs on this track. Do my cut, and away you go. And there's plenty of support all around it. Very, very nice. The main assembly bench here is the hub of the workshop. It's exactly the same height as the table saw and the outfeed table. This is an area here where I can put the lifter on. I've done videos on this. It slides into there. I drop a sheet on top of that, pop it up onto there, and then put it straight through the saw. Works very, very well. I am yet to make some drawers. I've got to make some drawers for in here, and they will be for clamps, glues, and around this side we've got long holes, pigeonholes there that go full length under the bench. So we can have a look in there. They go all the way down to the end. They're very handy. This bay here is for a garbage bin, and this one, it's a spare. I'm very fortunate to have a spare bay. This one's going to be decked out to take some of the sustainers that I use an awful lot. Clamps and the small drills, they will live in there. It'll be very handy. Okay, table saw. The table saw is set up, and I just love the saw. The clear-cut stock guides from Jessam, love them. These things, if you get a chance to get them and put them on your saw, they are so good. They stop any kickback. They hold the timber up against the fence. Again, I've done a video on it. If you want to have a look, go back through the videos. I might put a link up for it. All right, and then over here, what have we got? We've got where I keep all my flammable things in here. So we've got kerosene, linseed oil, white spirits, turpentine, glues, oils, cleaning products, end sealer, you know, all the stuff that you want to be kind of in a steel cabinet rather than, you know. What have we got over there? The tracks. Got the tracks over there for the track saw, levels and straight edges. Down through here, this is still an area under construction. Computer to run the show, and the TV that I watch as the monitor when the show's happening. Down through here, the bobbin sander, drum sander, and linisher. Router table under here. So you can have a look under here. You can probably see dust, and you go, oh my goodness, Dave's got dust down there. What's the story? Well, routers make a lot of dust. What can I say? Got the Triton, the 3 1/4 horse Triton, which I'm very happy with. Been cleaning up a fair bit, and also in here are all of the cutters that I use and accessories for the router table. Works very well. Various tracks set into the bench. Then here we have, I love this. This is a roll around cabinet, and it has a whole heap of junk in it. So different things. This side will be all Craig. And then I have all of these different boxes down here, the Craig screws, heavy duty screws, not much in that one. And then you go through all of these. Ordinary screws, more screws, bolts, anchors, nails, more screws, gun nails, the room air filter up the top, dust extraction. As I said, the main things that I've done is I've put all of this flooring in, these crash mats, camping mats, whatever you want to call them. They go right the way through the workshop. Now, in areas that I have heavy machines, there are no mats. Okay, so anything that is going to roll on them will absolutely destroy the mats. They're not there for the machines to roll on. They're there to stop me slipping. Areas where I do have machines, or even the chair here to roll around on, I've got hard rubber-backed carpet tiles. They're pretty pricey, and I've got those here and there. But there they are under those ones as well. They work quite well, but you know, it's a lot more money than the other mats. I've got a project happening at the moment in one of the buildings, replacing a whole heap of skirting boards and architraves, you know, some door jambs, just a bit of maintenance. Thanks for watching. Keep on coming back. Let's make 2018 an interesting year so we can, we'll have some fun this year. We'll get a few more projects out. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.